Alrighty, friends, I am really excited to show you this new tool that I picked up. So, if I could find it right now. These are the draw knives I was using, friends, and you know, they peeled a lot of logs up until now, but I think they're from the Princess Auto up in here in the Great White North, and they're okay. I think you can also find them on Amazon. I've had to resharpen this blade, and one of them's better sharpened than the other. I don't know why. I'm still really learning a lot about this, but I have really, really high hopes for this, that she's gonna work. It was an expensive tool, but if you pay for good tools, you know, they last longer and they tend to perform better. So I'm really excited. This one is a Ochsenkopf. Probably some sort of freaking Scandinavian, Norwegian, Swedish thing or something like that. But it sounds good to me. Let's see how she works. I'm just gonna do a little bit of finish peeling on here and just let's give her a go here. I'm excited. She's definitely nice. Let's compare. It feels nicer. It's a lot warmer today too, friends, so oh yeah, I would say that's the ticket right there. You can tell already that that one's pulling way more off the tree. It actually even wants to dig a little deeper than the other one. Woo! That's nice. Wanting to skip a little bit, but maybe that's just user error a little bit. She's nice, friends. That's a good unit. I'm really happy with that. I think a one that's a little bit wider has a little bit more oomph in it. And I'm just gonna have to retrain myself because this one's on a different plane. The hands are a little lower. And I think that's maybe what's causing it to go up and down a little bit more. Or I'm kind of used to it being, and the hands are on the same plane. See the difference there between this one's kind of raised up here. Here's the two of them together. Same blade width, both 10 inches. We can see how the handles on this one pop up. So yeah. Let's get back to the main show here. Get back to peeling. My count was a little wrong. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 3.5 of these 10-footers. And then I got to cut some more down here too, but that's good for you guys because you can see a little bit of that process as well. So, gonna be an awesome day. It's a beauty day out here. It's overcast, but it's like 1 degree in January, so I can't complain. It's beautiful. It'll be a t-shirt by the end of the day, I'm sure. Alrighty, let's get giving her. I know they make stands with rollers. That might be my next investment. A stand with the roller. That'll be the ticket. I bet I spun her in the middle. Have better luck. Oh, there it is. That's just dandy. Some might say this is cheating or something, but work harder, or work smarter, not harder, right? Yeah.
I can't hear her.
Oh, duty calls. I thought I was in trouble. Turns out the Miss Inside was having troubles with the phone. So, had to run in there. I'm going to introduce you to my wife in one of these. She's probably going to be coming out here to help pretty soon with the old log peeling operation here so we can get done and move on to the next project. Alrighty. Let's see how she works on the old, just on the rough bark here. Oh! Like butter. Holy moly. We're just, look at this. It's like a swath. Oh, well friends, this is the ticket. This is gonna make life so much easier. And that's the difference. When you spend good money on good tools, you cheap out, takes more off your life, takes more off your wallet in the end, even though you think you're spending something cheaper. It's a bit of a risk buying this expensive of a tool, and it really wasn't in the end. I seen them for 120 at the old Northern Metallic, and at the NAPA, it was $86 is what he gave me on the preferred account. So money well spent right here, boys and girls. Woo. This is just a dream to work with. Mind you, it's like a degree today, which the other day, on the toughest days of this video, it was like -20. And the logs just don't agree. But I'm not wishing to try and peel logs again at -20, but if it comes down, we'll give a little bit of a comparison. I can only imagine that this Cadillac right here would breeze right through it compared to the old frickin' Tempo. The only thing when the wife comes out, I don't know if I'm going to tell her how good this is, or she's going to want to take it from me. Ain't worth a shit. You know, it wasted my money. You'll never want to use one of these. It's just like butter, my friends. Such a nice change. Quite a bit less effort. Considerably less effort. Wow. I'm just letting the tool do the work. I'm barely even, once I get the started, I'm just pulling it through. There's no jerking. It's very, very nice. Props to Ochsenkoff. Good tool. I might have to go on their website and see what other kind of stuff they have. I know we call the channel the Gridless Grind, but with this thing, she's not much of a grind. It's more of a flow. Woo! That's how I like it. Smooth and steady. Haven't even had to use the spectacles there. Just had one pop up in my eye, so it's just so methodical. It's like the way logs meant to be peeled here. I'm gonna bring you up close here so you can just take a look under the hood. Just like butter. Like, just to take a break and chat about this, friends. Like, I seen this Drawknife at the NAPA, the old NAPA there, for a couple years now, I bet. And I think I rang up a price the one time and I was like, oh, probably was not at the preferred price, probably was more than $100. And I was like, $100, you know, but that's the mindset, you know, that I've had in the past. And changing my mindset to understand that, you know, quality means quality, I guess. Just understanding, don't cheap out. You can't have everything in the world, obviously. Come here. You can't have everything in the world, but such a huge difference for such a small cost. I don't know why I wasted my time for so long. But, you know, you live and you learn. But this is definitely a good investment. What do you want? You almost cut yourself. This thing's sharp as a razor's edge. Well, back to peeling. Really? 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 Get to the back of the bus. Yes. Yes. Okay, back up. What are you doing? Oh, you're gonna get cut, miss. Just like that. Beauty. It's a dream doing this now. You know, I didn't mind peeling logs on the best of days and sometimes on the worst of days, but hopefully not gonna jinx myself, but I think days of bad peeling are over here. We're in our glory days. Famous last words. Oh, I could always knock on the old wood here. Alrighty. That is nice. Here's the tree we're planning on dropping down. I need one more 12-footer, 10-inch diameter. I'm hoping to get, you know, the majority of it up there. And we'll save a little bit of this for maybe firewood or another log. So I'll show you my way of cutting down the tree. I've learned a lot over the years. Felled some big trees out here. So this one's got a nice lean. There's a nice lean out to this way. She's clear sailing. So should be a fairly easy tree to drop. I do have some wedges if we get ourselves into an issue, but I'm assuming she's probably just going to drop right where she's leaning to. So should be fairly straightforward. Let's get after it and let's get this thing on the ground. Got the Steel MS500i. I frickin' love this saw. Such a beauty saw. And it's fuel injected. It's got a 28-inch bar on it. And she's a dream. 28 or 32? I can't remember. She's a big bitch. But she gets a lot of the bigger jobs around here done, and she chews through wood like butter. How I start this girl, and how they say in the book, it's sometimes a harder starting saw, friends. I don't know exactly why, if you guys know, but the trick I've been finding is a lot of priming. More than you'd normally do on an even just regular injected or carbureted saw. I give it lots. About 15 or 20. Kind of got excited there, friends, and she's going well, so I just dropped her. So you didn't get much of a view of it, but there'll be more trees in the future to drop, that's for sure. She's a beautiful tree. You know, sometimes it sucks to put these big trees down, but they're a fire hazard. They're too close to the lodge, and we're trying to clean out this area so that we can have more parking when it comes to having bigger events out here, friends. So tell you a little bit more about the lodge. We got weddings, family reunions. You know, we bought the lodge personally for our kind of own stuff, but it's just a shame, and it's worth sharing with people. So we like to really share that opportunity and people to get out here and experience what it's like out here. So yeah, there's more information if you guys want. You can email us if you're ever in the Alberta area and want to come out and stay in pristine wilderness, where there's honestly zero people out here and still have a lot of the modern amenities. We're completely off grid. You know, my wife, she's one of the best cooks I know. I'm a little biased, but professional caterer. You know, there ain't nothing she can't cook up. We got Traeger smokers out here, the campfires, you know, horse trails, hiking trails, swimming, fishing. We got it all here, folks. So gonna start working on this tree here, find out where the best spot to pull out these 12-footers is out of there to get my 10-inch diameter. And yeah, beauty tree. Went so well. I love it when things go well like that. This one's my little bushwhacker here. She's the MS250 with a 16-inch bar. And yeah, when you're doing little small stuff, it's nice to just have a smaller saw. Sometimes the big guy, he just go out with it, and it's nice he can stand upright. But yeah, it's nice just playing around with different chainsaws, you know, folks. I love how they work, and I love the feel, and there ain't nothing like a power saw. So let's delimb this tree and get after it. This guy here, if you've ever started a saw, I'll probably tell you guys this a few times, because this is one thing I had to learn on a steel. you will fight these things if you don't know how to properly start them. So the best way is full choke. Squeeze the trigger to get that choke down all the way. There's no prime on this saw. So that's one thing to know too. Sometimes if you had a prime, you'd prime it a little bit. So you pull until you hear it start to sputter. I heard it sputter, right? Back it off to one choke. That's really important when it's really cold. You might even be able to go to just choke off now, but start at half choke. It's just one little click on there. When you hit the trigger, it goes back down to regular, no choke. Let's get her. Are you ready, friends? This here's the secret weapon. Make sure I open up my tailgate. All right, secret weapon, engage. That there, friends, is my favorite thing about this unit. I just love it. This makes the work go so much lighter, and it's just fun. Every time you hit that button, you just know you ain't getting out of there to haul those trees out again. The best thing ever. I'm spoiled. Truly, truly spoiled. Plus, look at this view out here, you guys. This is what we call our back 40. And isn't she a beaut? I love this. Can't wait to take you guys down to the lake and show you guys more of the land here. I'm gonna chop 4 feet off this log. That'll give me two 12-foot spans, because that 12-foot span that I cut, it's too bulky. I don't want to use it for this specific project. Kind of got ahead of myself. Shouldn't have peeled it, but I can use it for something else. So. Well, I really messed up here, friends. I should have only took 2 feet off this end, but I don't know what to do now. If I get close to the end and I still got time, I'll maybe cut one more 12. It was gonna be pretty skinny at that end anyways. This is a nice, it's about 10 by 12 here. It's too bad. That was a measure twice, cut once type of deal, but I guess that's the way she goes sometimes. You live and you learn. Something so satisfying about just peeling with this tool, especially when you got a good one. Then you kind of just shape the different areas together with this thing. It's a real art. It takes time, but Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, friends and foe, that's a wrap. I've got 1, 2, 3 more 10-footers to go, but I think you get the idea of how this works out here at the lodge. So hopefully you learned something. If you got something to tell me in the comments on how I can do it better, invest in the right tools first. Saves you time, saves you money, saves you energy, just makes your life that much better. Alrighty, thanks for watching again, folks. We'll see you on the next one. This has been the Gridless Grind.